Somebody wrote underneath one of my videos, they were talking about that they have two Vishlas, right? And they're like, that's how they are when they're young. They were talking about like their weight. Like they're skinny dogs when they're young. They are. I knew when this dog was coming here, he was going to be skinny, and there'd be like people that would make comments like, feed your dog. People are so not used to seeing anything other than a fat dog. It's an epidemic in this country with dogs that are fat because they're eating pet food. Like, I give him more carbs than other dogs for sure, but dogs don't really need any carbs. They need like zero. They get the bulk of their energy from protein and fat. So with him, because we did this to the dogs. We bred them to have the difference between like a pug and a Great Dane. We did that. So we wanted the hunting dogs to be like this. We want them to have the super high metabolism. That's what you're dealing with when you're dealing with a German Shorthair, English Pointer. Some of these dogs that are specifically bred as like a racehorse, especially in those groups, are just like, that's how they are, really and athletic. And this person was saying, yeah, that's how they are. I think the dog looks gorgeous. The dog does look gorgeous, and it's totally healthy. But I've run across this for years dealing with YouTube. There'll be people on the talking about stuff that they don't have any idea what they're talking about. Like, be more positive. What the fuck are you talking about? Be more positive. You don't, they've never trained a dog. They could never train a dog. And they're trying to like critique my training. It's really weird. And it's just like, go away. There's this common misconception with dogs that love is enough. Like, if you love the dog, everything's gonna be great. And love isn't enough for the dog. Your dog doesn't need your love. Your dog could, this is true, could function without your love at all. It's a fact. If you had a dog and you just did the husbandry and the training, that dog would flourish. It would. It doesn't need your love. As long as time was being spent with it and it was getting the proper nutrition and the care, the dog would flourish. And on the same hand, if you just give love to a dog, it doesn't flourish. It does horrible. Physically, it does horrible. People give it terrible diets. The old lady giving the chocolate, dog food, overweight. It just doesn't do good. It doesn't need your love. It needs everything but your love. It's training. One, and that's the thing that most dogs are missing, is training and discipline. And it can't just have training. Listen, all the dogs are dying in this country because of improper training, no training, a lack of training. Take your pick. Because if the dogs are trained and they were behaving normally, and people dealt with them in a proper way, we wouldn't have to be putting down 6 million a year. And that's not counting the dogs that are abandoned in the backyards. It's always this person that gives the dog separation anxiety, that's this overly loving person. Hey, baby, here. Come on, baby. Get over here, you pit bull. Get over here, heel. It is. It's like they can't, hey, get back here. No, baby, here, heel. Sit. Down. No, down. They can't keep their shit together. They got to tell the dog when they're coming and going. They give the dog separation anxiety. The person that's overly loving to the dog, like as soon as the dog, I love the dog. I would never put the dog in a shelter, but as soon as the dog bites someone, they get rid of the dog because it breaks the bond. They forget this very important fact that a dog is a domestic dog is of the wolf, and all dogs are capable of biting. Doesn't matter if it's some dopey looking idiot like Tonka or Lutzy or Gus the Labrador, they all bite. In the right situation, they'll all bite. It's just really really absurd. Glasses. Oh, I do on my head. And the other thing is, like, most people that get dogs shouldn't even have them. They think that they can get a dog without, like, housebreaking. Hey! Sister, get back over here at heel. I didn't say to go. Get back at heel and then I'll let you go. Come on over here. Heel. No! Down here. Sit! Down. Okay, go. It's nonsense. It's fucking nonsense. Most people that get dogs shouldn't have dogs. I've always said this, that like the young person shouldn't get a dog, and they shouldn't. Like, are you gonna go out? Are you gonna go out? You're gonna go to clubs? Then why are you getting a dog? I'm not saying all people go out to clubs. I'm just saying the majority of young people, that's what they want to do. They want to go out, be seen, drink booze, come home late or not come home at all. Why are you getting a dog? Young people make terrible owners, but old people make terrible owners too. It is sort of across the board. I just think that like you should consider your lifestyle before you get a dog. You get a dog, man, I'm tied down. I can't go anywhere. That's just how it is. I could get away, run down to the city and come back. That's it. If I would go on a vacation, I'd have to own a van where I could put all the animals in it or something. There's no other way to do it. You know, you can't just like, oh, I'm gonna have somebody come over and watch the dogs. You could do that like once a year, you know. But you let somebody watch the dog, your trained dogs for 10 days, they're gonna fuck your dogs up. They are. They're gonna untrain them. It's not how people think, and people like, yeah, dogs are cool as shit. They're the coolest animal on the earth, right? But people don't consider, they consider what they want, and they consider cuteness, and people are addicted to oxytocin. So anytime they're around cuteness, they get that, and dogs are cute as shit. So, you know, it's always like, a lot of people, like, their main concern with the dog isn't the temperament, it's how the dog looks. And I don't know if that's such a good idea either. Dogs are sort of bred like Tonka or Lutzy. Not an easy kind of dog to have, a bird dog. You can't just let them loose in your house. They're out in your house, these young bird dogs. You got to keep an eye on them. And then if you're leaving, they got to be crated. I don't know. We're going to have to talk with Lutzy's owner, see what he was doing with it. I had a little conversation with him, but he can't, like, dog's coming back from training and he think that, like, the dog can just be roaming around the house if he leaves. You got to monitor those fucking young dogs. It's a high energy dog. You can't watch them. The young dog under a year would be whatever. In the crate. I got to take a shower. I don't trust the dog because they'll start running after the cat, and then you got a problem. Don't make problems happen. So you're gonna have a crate for the entire life of your dog. You know, the entire life of your dog, you're gonna have a crate for your dog. So you might have the crate open, the door open, and you'll see your dog just hanging out in there. They like it if you do it right. But, like, you know, you want one, like, if you leave, you have an 8-year-old dog, he's real mellow, right? Real mellow. And you want to leave it out of the crate when you leave. Somebody comes to the door, knocks on the door, your dog starts going ape shit. Next thing you know, you have, like, territorial issues with the dog's excited, the dog's being overly protective. It shouldn't be protective, man. The only dogs that should be protective are dogs that are trained to be protective. Bye, Fred. You toxic. I gotta try and call Ria G later. See what she's doing. You're a good dog. Like a dog like this dog baby, this is not my dog, it's a client. Who would screw with you with that piglet? You know? Who would screw with you with that you know, that's a big pit with a big head. You know? That's why you really don't need to have a dog that's like you don't want to encourage any type of aggression. I've heard it. Stupid woman in Brooklyn. She's like, I think it's good when she does that because, I'm walking down the street alone. Well, then the dog bit her roommate too, so you couldn't tell the person anything. Two professionals are telling her that's not good, don't encourage it. She did it anyway. People hear what they want to hear. That's a fact. Not on this subject, but other subjects too. You could be talking to somebody and tell them something, they're going to hear what they want to hear. It's like a form of gaslighting. Pretty much. Like they're just going to ignore the important stuff and because it's not important to them. So they're not spitting it back to you, but you know that they're ignoring it. So it's like gaslighting. It's like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like you could say, don't do that with your dog. Okay, but then they do it with their dog. That's just bullshitting. Then why do you have a professional work with your dog, and why do you want advice from a professional if you're gonna ignore it? We don't, I'm thinking of the other trainer that said this, like his friend of mine. We're not saying this just for the fun of it. Oh, he has a he deals with rescues and dogs with problems. He's got not a shelter, but it's sort of a shelter. It's a small one. He's not for profit. He's a not for profit status. So he doesn't want any dogs in the system. Either do I. I don't want anything happening to the damn dog. Somebody tells you something like, and it just isn't convenient with like how that this dog that I'm talking about right now, told that owner, no dog you can't have her on the bed. It confuses the status of the dog. My friend told her the same thing. Had to have the dog sleeping in the bed. It ended up biting the lip off of the roommate. Okay? Like, took it all the way off. I saw it, I was like, oh shit. I came over right after it happened. He's going to the hospital. It's like, man, he's gonna have to have plastic surgery. Interesting fact about the lip is that it grows back. It grows back. So it grew back, and it's sort of like a scar, but it looks pretty good. It's not like he's a model. He's a comic. He's a comedian, so he knows he screwed up. He got his face down on the dog's face. That's good. That's a tough way to learn. I like the guy. The owner of the dog. After that, no, not so much. Not so much. My friend said the same thing to her, basically. You fucking idiot. I know. Shut up. Then why'd you do it? Why didn't you just listen to us? I'm so sorry. Shut up. Right, baby? Baby's a pit bull. A cute little pit bull. God, you are cute. It's so nice out. I had to come out here, sit down for a little bit. Been working with the dogs, take a little break. I'll go get Lutsy probably. Do what we were doing earlier. The dog that, like, for some reason, some idiots seem to think that it's not being fed or something. You don't want a fat dog. Let me tell you something about dogs, too. All dogs are sort of different. They have different metabolisms. But regardless, you're better to have a skinny dog than a fat dog. Look at me, I'm 58. Am I fat? No. Are you? Are you my age and you're fat? It's not easy being skinny, is it? It's not. I can't just eat everything I want. But your dog, you can control that. You can make your dog skinny. You should be able to feel some rib for sure. Even on a lab, even on a fat lab. But you gotta like realize that like every dog that you see, just about 90% of the dogs, 95% of the dogs you see are overweight. Look at their owner too. Is their owner overweight? Is the dog trained? Because people that train their dogs don't have a tendency to make their dogs fat. There's more of a concern about it, you know? Because people that don't train their dogs, they feel guilt. They love their dog, right? So instead of like doing what's right, spending time with the dog, working the dog, they give it treats. Your dog needs 0 treats, and you don't have to train with treats. That's nonsense. It's nonsense. You need to feed your dog, and it doesn't involve treats. So the person's guilty, or they don't know how to train the dog, or whatever, they just start overfeeding the dog. Or if there's like this, I don't feed my dog, but I love my... Hey! Get away from that pawpaw. It's over by my pawpaw tree. This is like art box. Like, you won't train your dog, but you'll waste money on plush toys for your dog that are totally bad for your dog. And they'll just keep doing it over and over again, laughing about it. Yeah, he destroyed that one. Yeah, he's also ingesting the fuzz. It's just undigestible. You're giving your dog pica, you know? You can't tell people anything. They'll just keep doing it. It's all about them. Oh, I love my dog. Yeah, well, you might love your dog, but you're loving it the wrong way. And that's usually how it is. Wow, I can't believe it's spring. I put some reducers on a birdhouse over there. On 2 of them. I'm just trying to see if the sparrows are using them. They're definitely looking at them. The sparrows are still creeping around. Because one of them a sparrow wants to use, but fuck them. They're messy, man. They're messy and they're bad parents. Now, them being bad parents, they're birds. I don't really, it's fine. I'd like to see a sparrow going in that box. If I don't see a sparrow going in that box, I'll take the reducer out, I guess. I gotta see a sparrow going in there. Here he's up there. He's up in this video. Is that a sparrow or a chickadee? This isn't gonna help its distance. Let's see if he's going in there. Go in there, Dick. He's looking in the hole. He almost went in. He's testing it out. He's gonna steal that one. That's gonna be his house for him and his lady friend. Nobody's gone in it yet, but they're like very interested in it. Hang on, he's going up in there. Giving you a play-by-play. Is that a sparrow, man? It looks like he almost went inside. Who's halfway in? I wish I could. It looks like its head is too dark, but maybe it is a sparrow. It's a great nesting box for a sparrow. It's real big. Come on, go in there all the way, dude. Go in there, man. Just testing it out. Sorry. It hope he takes it. There's some doves. It's going good. It seems like that would be good, the size. It's too small for a starling component. Whatever. Start bitching about dogs. My dog doesn't even tear his toys up anymore. He just whips them around. Oh, you sound like a great dog owner. Yeah, as if that's a positive thing. You know. My bag need to get some stuff done. I don't know why people get dogs. Go to work all day. Well, you can have a dog and go to work, but you might have to do some things different. If they can run home for lunch, that would be acceptable. That would be the best situation. Like, if you had a dog and you could run home and let the dog out. You can also got to be very careful about who takes care of your dog, walks your dog, or whatever. You can't just get one of those apps and have somebody showing up to your house and expect things to go well with your dog, because it's not going to go well. If your dog's not trained and you don't give a shit, you're a bad dog owner, you're probably going to use one of those apps just to get the dog out. But there's assholes that think that it's acceptable to use wee-wee pads, and then their dog's pissing and shitting in their house their whole life. They're like, who would want that? Dog really doesn't want to do that. You train the dog to do that. I hope those reducers work on the on those nesting boxes. They're in a good spot. Fascinating, isn't it? Should work with a dog. I think I'm going to. Yeah, I don't see it going in there. My dog doesn't even tear his toys up anymore, just whips them around. Yeah, but those toys stay on the floor too. But they do. You think you're doing something good. Toys for your dog, you're supposed to are like retrieving toys that you interact with, not that you just give the dog. See, you're not a good dog owner. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna lie. You get those plush toys and you think you're doing something for your dog because you don't want to spend time with the dog, right? It's a pacifier, sort of. You buy retrieving items, you teach the dog to retrieve, They go back in his toy box. Are you listening to what I say? You teach your dog to retrieve, okay? No, I do. I do know how. I do. I'm like Judge Judy here. Clearly, because you're talking about the dog shaking the toys. It's not a toy we play. No, it's not a toy we play together. Really? Because you were saying before, you said he doesn't even chew them up anymore. He just whips them around. So now you're just trying to backtrack and say, no, we do retrieves together. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Why would I believe you? It doesn't even make sense. Because if he was trained, he wouldn't have been chewing them up anyway. LOL. I don't believe you. Why would I believe that? It sounds like nonsense. You haven't said anything to convince me that your dog's trained, okay? So, sorry. This is how it is, man. No, thank you, Toxic. No dog No dog that's being trained would you allow to like chew the stuff up to begin with. And now you say it just whips them around, like shakes them like he's killing an animal. And you want to convince me that you have a trained dog? You got to be kidding me. Give me a break. Toxic knows what I'm talking about. So many people shouldn't have dogs that have them. And then something happens and the dog's labeled stupid. I gave that dog everything. Yeah, except what it needed. That's always how it is. I gave that dog everything, or the dog's stupid. There's no dog that's stupid. And to put them in that category is wrong. They're trainable. They're all trainable. They're not smart. They're not stupid. They're trainable. Every one of them. There isn't a dog that I've trained that can't learn the same thing as every other dog that's been here. So, yeah, it is just stupid. You're right. They all can learn the same shit. So, anybody that says a dog is stupid is just a loser. Is that the proper word? Loser? I should go get Lutsy. I'm gonna go get Lutz. I'm gonna do what I was doing yesterday, which is get him up on this tire here and him spinning the heel. He has to, we have to have him real good at retrieving and really functioning good, because these bird dogs, their metabolism is so high, they're so fast that like in just a second they'll screw up. So you have to get them functioning right, and you do that by using muscle memory, by doing it over and over again. So we've been working on heel, we've been working on, segments of training, meaning like the dog's coming towards me, he's holding the object, he's spinning in the heel and releasing it. We go over all this. We make sure that the dog's being compliant before we even introduce the dummy launcher. Now, we haven't used the starter pistol in a few days. We're going to use the starter pistol later this afternoon. So, and when you start using the starter pistol to get the dog habituated to the sound, remember, you're not classically conditioning the dog, you're just habituating them to the sound, okay? So, that's it. You want the dog calm. You're not trying to look for some Pavlovian response. That's not what you're doing by habituating them to the gunshot. Even though that when they're puppies, like if you do it right, you could start out when they're puppies. So you take a cast. This was my dad's deal. This is what he told me to do. Right. This is my first thing. Take a cast iron pan and take a hammer. And when the dog's eating, take the hammer and smack the cast iron pan. Now you start getting closer to the dog. You do it while they're eating. You're using them eating as a distraction. See what I'm saying? Like the lab puppy, it's eating, it's not even paying attention, it's wagging its tail, eating, smack! Keeps eating, it doesn't even notice. That's what you want. So you keep getting closer with the cast iron pan. Then after a while, right, you're right by the lab and it's still eating. You stop using the cast iron pan, you go to the starter pistol and take the starter pistol outside, because the noise, the concussion will be real loud in your house, the pressure wave it won't be reduced, it'll be more intense. So feed the dog outside when you start with the starter pistol. Start with the starter pistol, you're back, and then you start going closer. Each day you feed them, you go closer with the starter pistol until you're right by them. Then, after you're done doing that, then put the dog in a high collar. You're probably not gonna have any problems, but put the dog in a high collar so it can't run off. Stand back 10, 15 feet, shoot your 22 starter pistol. While the dog's sitting, the dog should know how to sit and be compliant with sit or whatever position you want him in before you start this. So while you're doing the cast iron pan and the starter pistol and getting closer, you're training the dog. So by the time that you have it just the starter pistol, no food, the dog's sitting, you stand back, voila. The dog is not going to be gunshot. Then you can start introducing louder sounds or the dummy launcher. Let me go get Lutsy. Now remember, Lutsy, I was talking about him this morning, like somebody was saying, yeah, that dog looks great. He's a typical looking Vizsla. He's real lean. That's how they are when they're young, man. He'll put on weight when he gets older, but you should have seen Tonka. Tonka looked real skinny. Remember, most of the dogs you're seeing are overweight, okay? So when you see a skinny dog, don't think that it's not being fed or anything. It could have a real high metabolism. It could be. Do you know the breed? Do you know anything about the breed? Then shut your fucking mouth, okay? Do you know anything about dogs at all? Are you just about, I give dogs love, and you think that that's enough? It's not. Dogs need a nutritious diet. They need training, okay? They don't need your love. If you don't love the dog, you're broken, something's wrong with you. But they don't need your love to flourish. You could just have them in a real clinical setting, feed them and train them and put them back, and they'll be awesome. Sorry, it's the truth. It is, it's the truth. And think about it. Think about the service dogs. Service dogs are sort of dealt with that way. You love the service dog, but you're not letting everybody go to pet them. Oh, I love dogs. Can I pet them? No, you can't. You can't. We don't care if you love dogs. You're going to screw up training. Just leave everybody's dogs alone. You're not helping, okay? And if somebody is stupid enough to say, yeah, you can pet my dog, they're an idiot. And taking your puppy and taking your puppy out and letting strangers pet it, that's going to fuck your dog up. And if you have a puppy and it's excited and you're thinking that you're socializing the dog and it's jumping up on people and it's so excited it can't sit and you're having strangers pet it, you're conditioning it to be a dick and to be excited. You want to make your dog as calm as possible. You just exacerbate the whole puppyhood thing by thinking, oh, I'm going to socialize it to children. Children are the worst. They're at a low level, they make eye contact, they're smiling, they're little freaks that smell different than adults. It excites the dogs, and then they're petting the dogs. Or, you know what else can happen? You could have a dog that's sort of freaked out, and then they're petting the dog, and then you're conditioning the dog to be fearful around people. Just you want your puppy to be normal? Train your puppy away from people, get the puppy done in the yard, and then once it's functioning real good, then you take it out in public around dogs and people, and they don't need to interact with them. They just need to be around them and be compliant and paying attention to you. That's it. You know, my hands are sort of like rusty looking. I can't get them like unrusted because I put a thing in the toilet, the valve, lets the water in, and our water, like the tank, just had a ton of rust in it, and it's just like I can't get it out of my hands. I can't get clean. Like they look sort of orangish, I mean, it was covered with I got the thing in. The other one looked like it was from, you know how the valve is and it comes down and there's like a nut that goes to like tighten it up with the washer into the tank. This one was so old that it was metal, where they haven't made that kind since, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. Like I don't know, the 80s. It was really old. I can't even believe it was still working. So I changed that. The float, was a styrofoam float, right? Where now it's the kind that just goes straight up. I don't know. It had to be done. It doesn't fill as quick because the old one was fucked up and it would let more water in. It takes longer to fill, but I think what I'm gonna do, 30 plus years, something like that. It was really, really old. I was worried when I was trying to get it off. You understand? The nut, like the water hose hooks onto the nut thing. The threaded thing that comes down, and then you have to get the nut thing off. The nut thing was metal, and it was on there and corroded, and I couldn't get it off, and it's like there wasn't enough room to like get in there because it's right next to a wall. I was like, fuck. I was worried I was gonna break the damn toilet. I was telling Desi, I'm like, if I break this thing, we gotta go to Home Depot and get another one. Because you can't not have a toilet. I'll have to seat the whole toilet tonight. I was like, anything to do that, because they're not cheap. They're not cheap. The last time I bought one was for an art piece. I bought a toilet. They weigh a ton too. They're not light. They put toilets out like when they redo apartments in New York City, but you don't want to use a used toilet, So I went to Home Depot and bought one because the piece was Sister Wendy, you know, sitting on a toilet, and I wasn't going to use the toilet that I found, which would have been free, but it's full of poo. Who wants to do that? But I mean, like carrying that thing, not light. Not light at all. I'll tell you what was even worse was the claw-footed bathtub. I don't have it anymore. But I found it in Elmira, which isn't too far away. And somehow I moved it, this was back in the, lo and behold, you know, I had double hernias that were operated on last year. I'll move ridiculous amounts of weight for some reason. You know, it's ridiculous. So the claw-footed bathtub, I get it in the van, I get it back here, I get it back in the bathroom. You know, I get it all hooked up. It sucked because it was a slipper tub, not big enough. I know this is fascinating. But I'm like, I gotta move it again. The thing was so, there were times when I was moving it in that like, it's hundreds of pounds. It would shift and slam against the wall. I'm like, I'm gonna smash my fingers. You know, there's nobody to help me. I don't have gloves on, I'm getting it in. What did I do to get it out of there? I busted that thing up with a sledgehammer. Just broke it up and took it out in big chunks, like 40-pound chunks. Hey, get over here. Look at these robins. Hey, Robin, what's up? I love robins. They're real stable. They're like a pigeon, sort of. And pigeons are real stable birds. Robins are like that, too. Let me go get Lutsy Von Putsy. Hey, let's put baby back. Everybody loves baby back ribs. Hey, you dance around like a deer. Get over here. Here, girl. No, get a heel and stop that. Super naughty. Naughty. Sit. No, sit. Not because it's real cold, it's just windy. If I had a shirt on, I'd be fine. So I just grabbed the coat. If the sun was out, I'd be fine too. You know, it's like the winter is clearly over. I'll put some seeds in the ground coming up here real soon. Here, heel. No, no, up here. Sit. Most of dog training is muscle memory. So if I would throw this, he's going to screw up. He's going to take it. He's not going to do a proper retrieve. So for him to do a retrieve, I need him to be able to come back and spin into heel. So what we do is we do this in like short distances until he gets it. Right? You got to, young dog like this, you got to be thorough. You can't just rush it. You know? Hold. No, hold. Heel. No, heel. Get up there. Hold. Heel. Come on, heel. No, heel. Perfect. Drop. Up. Sometimes, and then I give him a break. And the reason why I'm doing this is because the kind of dog he is. Like, he's like the equivalent of a racehorse. These bird dogs are like this, man. They're like real fast moving, real high energy. Just I'm telling you, 3 seconds and he's on the other side of the yard. He's very fast. So that also translates with the retrieve. If he gets a lot of speed going for the retrieve, now we're going to work on this too, but like when a dog's like running, like Gus the Labrador would fuck up all the time. You do a real long retrieve, the more speed that they gain, the more apt they are to fuck up. So Gus would go down there and he'd, you know, like clobber the retrieving item, throw it up in the air and fuck around with it, and then maybe bring it back. Hey, what are you doing? Get over here. Here. So you got to go over all this. Hey, no, back up, dude. You got to go over it with all the retrieving shit. Be real thorough. If you want the dog to do it and do it good, be real thorough. Let's see. I'll do it again with you. And see, the more you do it with the dog, the more that they're sort of here. The more that they're sort of get into it. Hey, I didn't say to move. Come here, dickweed. Get up there. So, like with these bird dogs, sit. No, sit. There's like a concentration problem. It's like having a child that has ADD, you know, hyperactive, you know, attention deficit disorder, whatever. That's exactly the way that they are. It's like they'll just, you know, like he's looking over here. He should have. Hey, no. But with time and training, he starts to concentrate more on me. No. So he hears the truck. It sounds like a growl to him. He's turning around to look. He shouldn't. So I'm going this way. He doesn't need to worry about it. Hold. No, hold. Heel. No, heel. Come on, man. Heel. Get up there. Sit. Hold. No. I don't want him mouthing it. He needs to hold it like that. Let's see, heel. No, heel. That's pretty good, dude. Now, he's sitting out to the side a little bit, and we're tightening this up as we go. We want him going straight. Now, if you're having a problem with this, you could use a wall and, you know, have him work next to a wall. It sort of forces him to go straight. Hey, let's see. Up. No, sit. Let's see here. Let's see if we'll do it with this. Hang on. No, sit. Hold. No, up. Up. Let's see, heel. Drop. Hold. No. You can also tap them underneath the chin. Hold. Up. Beautiful. Heel. No. tuck it in, dude. Yeah, there you go. Nice one, brother. That was good. Sit. No, sit. That's good. See how he's sitting right now? See how his eye is even with my leg? Is that heel? That's what I fucking want. So when I got it, I gave him like a real good congratulations. Let's see, hold. No, hold. Okay, up. No, up. Sit. Heel. No, heel. Fuck yeah, dude. Nice one, dude. Good boy. Drop. Okay. So he did it good. We're ending on success. Now we'll do it again in a little bit. But look for the dog to do it good. Give him a break. If your dog does one good retrieve, that's awesome. Just stop. Like people go way too long, and then the dog starts screwing up. Remember, dog training is a lot of muscle memory. So if the dog isn't doing it the right way, it's not going to do it the right way. Get it to do it right, quit, and go back and do it again. I'm going to sit down and just watch this freak for a bit. Brought a leash with me. I'm going to run him through the weed pulls, because once again, that is muscle memory too. So I'll let him wander around looking at birds and stuff. If I see him chasing a bird, I'm going to stop him. It's a real nice dog. Yeah, this is the dog that, like, oh, feed him. Shut up. Like, you should have seen Tonka. You could probably find Tonka in, like, early videos. Man, he was super lean. I'm trying to think of when he started putting on weight. He's still, I was talking to somebody the other day that has a GSP like Tonka. I think they have two of them, maybe. No, there's two Bichlas this morning that are like him, like lean. But they were saying the same thing. They got an 11-year-old, and they're like, man, my dog is still, and that's Tonka. But you're talking about GSPs live on average to be, they can live to be 16. So it is sort of like a dog that doesn't slow down. It's like, how many fat people do you see that live to be 100? See my point? So, he's at point right now. Hey, here. Heel. No, man, heel. Get over here, dude. Heel. Sit. Good boy. Okay. No, okay. So, yeah, GSPs have a tendency to live real long. I think that Skipper Key lives a real long. I just wanted a breed of dog that lived a real long time. I have one, it's Mango. He's like 23. Hey, Joe, how you doing? Pretty good. My neighbor's having coffee. I didn't know he drank coffee, but that makes sense because he smokes cigs. Cigs and coffee go together. No, here, that's like beer. Like, when I quit drinking and shit, I quit smoking because what was the point? You tell someone that's trying to quit smoking and they drink, good luck with that. Because as soon as you have a couple beers, you're like, oh, I'll have a cig, It's impossible. Unless maybe you're on Wellbutrin. That stuff makes you not want to smoke anything. I believe, I'm not a doctor, but I believe it's very similar to the medication Chantix, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's similar. I think that's how they discovered Chantix or something. Chantix is an interesting thing. I think that's what I heard, this might not be true, but I heard that Anthony Bourdain, he was on Chantix, and it can cause like suicidal ideation. There's warnings on it for that, and that's what they think caused him to do that. Although his wife had an affair with like a way too young person. It was somebody that she was doing a movie with or something and got busted. Like, it was like 17 or 18, something like that. It's high school. What the fuck? Hey, I'm sorry, but like, I have a line. So don't bring that up. Hey, no. So see, he started chasing the. Hey, back up. No, back up. Hey, Lutsy, back up. Good. The sparrows just ran by, right? or flew by making noises, and he started taking off after him. I stopped him. That's key. So like if you have a hunting dog, say a waterfowl dog or something, you don't want them chasing after the ducks in the sky. They have to be compliant. They have to learn this. Same thing with an upland game dog. You don't want them chasing after the birds. If you miss the shot, you don't want them chasing after it. You don't want them doing that. And if you shoot the bird, you don't want them going until you release them. If they're just going to run after the bird you shot, they're probably going to eat it. You don't want them doing that either. Right? Let's see. Okay. I like the dog a lot. He's real nice. Easier to deal with Tonka than Tonka at this age for sure. This is a dog that like you could use as a house dog or a hunting dog, sort of like that. Tonka's just strictly bred to be a hunting dog. I'm not saying that this thing isn't a monster in the field. It would be. I'm telling you, this dog, as lean as this dog is, Tonka was a lot. You couldn't keep any weight on Tonka. I give him fat supplements. They're burning calories when they sleep too. I think that they're dreaming of chasing birds and shit. Seriously. But you know, about 6. You know, he's not gonna fill out this year. He might not be a puppy in a month or whatever. He might be a year in May or something. But he's gonna, like, the next year he'll sort of like fill out. It's a great looking dog though. Maybe the prettiest breed. The addition of the extra carbs will help with a dog like this. But you know, look, you just don't worry about it. Just you're gonna get a skinny dog if you get the breed. Hey, here, heel. No, heel. Come on, buddy, heel. It's a great looking dog. Here, heel. Sit. Hey, back your ass up a little bit. Hey, let's see, back. Yeah, there you go. Good boy. Okay, get out of here. So pretty. What a beautiful dog. My favorite thing to do is like watch a dog doing scent work. Like just watching him creep up on a bird in the yard is fascinating to me. It's fucking weird ass breeds, the bird dogs. They're all pretty friendly. I can't really think of any of them that are. They're all sort of related to each other. There's been like breeding involved with all of them, like the English pointer, the German Shorthair, the Vizsla, the Weimaraner. They're all sort of like, they have common ancestry, but we all have common ancestry, don't we? We're related to the trees on this planet. It's amazing. He's got to learn to use his nose better, and that's another reason why he's calming down, is because he's using his nose. And we do this like passively by putting scent on the objects. So when we're doing this, like doing that exercise, it's scented. He's getting used to the bird scent. He knows that we're going to be working with that scent that he's just sort of like bred to be interested in. And then he'll become like more fixated on what we're doing than like the birds. You really can't force it. I mean, I'm not going to be like, it just sort of happens over time, you know. All the dogs will stump people. It doesn't matter what breed. People say, what's the easiest dog to breed to train? There isn't an easy breed to train. Stop thinking that. That's ridiculous. They're all different. They're all different. What is the hardest kind of dog to train? High drive excitable, Tonka, stuff like that. Any high drive dog is going to make it more difficult. Now it's high drive and hyperactive like Tonka. That makes it really difficult for people to deal with. Okay, there's a bird. Let's see, he's looking at it. It's at the bird box. It's still not going in. It's looking, but I haven't seen it go in and come out. Somebody's gonna use it. I do like Lutzy a lot though, man. It's a great dog. It's friendly. It's everything you want in a bird dog. He's friendly, he's active, he's athletic. That dog, I'm serious, man. I've seen him jump, like maybe he's like only a foot off the ground, but he travels 10 feet. It's insane. It's really insane. The guy just stretches out and then bam, he's off. Like sort of like a deer, but a deer goes sort of up like that. We saw a deer yesterday. We were driving around and we saw this deer. Man, it had the longest tail I'd seen, and Destiny said the same thing. She's like, yeah, it's really, really long. It was like almost deformed, it was so long. I've never seen a deer with a long tail like that. Then we saw a deer just a little bit later, had a normal tail. Those deer are amazing. They can jump this fence like no problem if they want to. They'll jump. I think they can go over a 6-foot fence, an adult deer, no problem. This chain link fence or whatever it is, not chain link, but cyclone fence, whatever. Man, they'll just pop over that if they wanted to. They don't do it too much here. Like if you had a field out there, they would, no problem, because they'll eat grass out there, but they're not gonna end up eating stuff out of my garden, because it's like there's too many dogs. Lutzy, here, heel. Let me work Lutz again, hang on. Let's do this a couple more times. He's getting good at this. This is real encouraging. No, here. This is all important, man. You can't skip over it. No, back up. Hold. Heel. No, heel. Cock it in. Hey, back up, dude. Heel. Here, drop. Get over here. Heel. Back it up. Sit. Good. Hold. Don't do that. Hold it like that. Okay, go. Get up there. Up. Whoa. Heel. Back here, heel. Whoa. Drop. That was good, man. Get over here. That's real good. Real good, brother. Good job, bird dog. Okay. We run him through the weed pulls a few times. The weed pulls are done passively pretty much. So I just like when the dog gets here, I start threading them through it. They start picking it up. Don't pee on that tree, Dick. And the thing about weed pulls is you can have these in your backyard. Very beneficial. You know, you get your dog doing it real good. They're following direction. You can take them out there and train them for 5 minutes doing the weed pulls. This dog's ridiculously high energy. Hey, come here, buddy. Here, heel. We'll start liking this too. Hey, Lutzy, here, heel. Lutzy, wave. Here, wave. Here, wave. Good. Heel. No. Heel, back here. No, back here, heel. Wave. Here, wave. Here, wave. Here, come on. Man, you better back up. No. Wave. Here. Wave. Here. Wave. Good, nice. Come on. No. Let's see. Wave. Here. Wave. Here. Wave. We gotta work heel because he's being a dick. Get a heel, man. Come on, let's go. No, heel. No. No. Back it up. Heel. Not a good heel, dude. No. Back up. Where's the healing stick? I got the healing stick. I use the healing stick. He's gonna pop too real quick. Here, over here. Use a bendable stick. No. It's not supposed to hurt the dog, see? It's supposed to annoy the dog, see, it jumps right in the heel. So you keep using this until the dog's functioning. So like we'll be out there in the field, I'll bring this with me. Just go forward, no. Right, like that, you bounce it off. I'm gonna have to use the healing stick with portly baby. No. You can tie this in with the e-collar too, so when it comes down, you do it at the same time. You do that with your leash correction too. Tie it in with the e-collar. Here, heel. No, heel. That's supposed to be hurting the dog. No! Here, heel. I didn't say to do that. Come here, heel. No, heel. Ow! Owie! Ah! My leg. Freaky dreams last night. No, heel. No. We're clearly gonna have to walk 2 more 100 miles doing heel. Here, back up, heel. Outside circle. Come on, man. Let's go. Pay attention. Screw the birds. Ah! Here, heel. Come on, man. Leg is killing me. Pain really isn't all in your head. Or it is, but gotta put up with it. It is all in your head. Hey, back up. Sit. Heel. Walk a little bit further. The pain in my leg will stop. Ah! Son of a bitch. He's a son of a bitch. Here. No, back up, dude. Heel! No, heel! No. No. Dude! Heel. No, here. Here. Sit. Whoa. No, whoa. Sit. Whoa. No, whoa. Sit. Whoa. No, whoa. No, whoa. Whoa. No! Whoa. Okay. So you gotta catch them right when they're doing it. They're so fucking fast. God, Lutsy. Lutsy. The Putsy. Nice to see you, Lutz. Oh, Lutsy. I'll sit down for a second before I take him in. Well, there's Linda and PL. And Toxic. Oh my God, Toxic's new house is on a golf course. See, I told you. Toxic. I was hacked at one point last July, so no telling if anyone created a new one with my pics, etc. Yeah, I gotta ask you a question to find out if it's really you, huh? Sup with your limp mate? Jesus Christ, dude. You don't need to be here, do you? Oh, somebody else got you. Thanks, Toxic. How rude. What's up with your limp and your brain? It is rude. It's weird. How'd you get in a wheelchair? You know? Why are you blind? It's real weird. Oh, you got a stalker. Gee, I wonder if it was that one guy. Right? You know that one guy? Don't say his name. Hey, get out of here. There was some sugar daddy guy that was trying to talk to. Yeah, there you go. It's Linda. There was some sugar daddy guy that was trying to talk to Linda. Linda's like over 30, right? I think. Aren't sugar daddies like looking for like? Yeah, but it wasn't him. That was his name, Sugar Daddy. Isn't there a whole website for people like that? Sometimes I want to tell people shark attack whenever I ask why I need to use a cane when I use it. Nice. I remember that, Linda. It says Toxic Sheba. How are the lizards, Linda? How's the lizard household? Yeah, over 40. How are the lizards doing? Don't you have chameleons and shit? Like 50? Wow. Toxic, you can't use shark attack when you're a woman. Why? Yeah, Lutzy's going so fast he ran into one of the weave poles. You know? Dog's crazy energy. Oh, it's Shark Week? I keep the rheostat moving with Lutzy. I gotta watch it because sometimes it can dial up real quick. You gotta watch it when you do that. They're fine. Had to put, but had to window open last night and the wind blew a cage over. Oh, no shit. They're all right, though, I take it. How long's a chameleon live? If you take good care of it, 10 years or less, probably. They're beautiful. They're real cool. I think a really, really tiny chameleon was found recently. Like, they're always finding, like, new animals. You know? It was like a chameleon, like, that big or something. Size of an insect. That's like most of the new animals they find are, like, reptilian. That's good. Pigeon Lady's hoovering the house. Tell you what you get, Pigeon Lady. 10 years, no shit. They have, you know, the iRobot vacuums, they're expensive, but There's Chinese ones that you can get for about $65. I found out fairy bees last night. They're smaller than a carpenter bee. They aren't low maintenance, no. I bet they're not. I bet you gotta like mist them and shit and special food and make sure they got their calcium and the heat's always the same. I had a room bee. Well, they make a Chinese one for $65. I don't know I can't remember what it's called, but it's the only kind of vacuum anybody should have, but they should make them so that they're bigger, right? And they'll suck up anything. Like it's like a shop vac, right? But it's not a shop vac. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Like a shop vac that's like you know what I'm saying? Like it's automated. That's really a pretty good idea. Lost it for 3 days. I believe it. I just got a really nice idea. Yeah, I know that there's a lawnmower like that. I know that. I saw that recently too. I think I might be able to take a Roomba and make it into a small shop vac. The canister could be on top. Nobody has that product. I'm 100% sure I can make that. The only thing of it is it would have to have more power. You couldn't. Oh, I know how it could be done. Somebody's probably already making it. It's too simple. You just need more battery. You need like a 60-volt lithium battery. You'd only have like a 15-minute runtime, but still be awesome. You know? I tried to, oh, yeah, how were those? Oh my God, they're great. There's no milk, but they taste like milk chocolate. All right, toxic. I wanted to get a vac, and Foxy bought a Hoover brand, which was twice the money and absolutely shit. Yeah, you know, Foxy's a boomer. So a lot of times as boomers, we'll go with like what we know. And, you know, like we get stuck in our ways. You know, it's fucking stupid. Like, you gotta fight not to be a Luddite, that's for sure. So I'll try new product. I don't care, you know, if it looks good. But I'm also on the same hand, like I'm not gonna think that something's gonna work because it's newer, right? If it looks like shit, it might be shit. Foxy is an old-fashioned cunt. Oh my God. Bless his heart. Right, Toxic? Bless Foxy's heart. Right? Bless his heart. Foxy. There is one cuss word I refuse to use. Someone deserves it. Oh, the C word? Linda admits that she prefers older appliances. Linda, you should check out a Roomba. Or you know what? Don't get the Chinese brand. They're about $65. You might really like it. I'm being serious, Linda. Don't get a Hoover. Or even a Dyson. Don't waste your time. You don't want to. What do you got to do? You have a bunch of Roombas. If your house was clean, and those went out, it would work real good. I like those old refrigerators from the 40s. They last. Yeah, they do. I had one of those in college, you know, but the deal with those refrigerators are toxic that they don't defrost. So you end up having to get like ice built up in the freezer. You can't even, you know. And I'm not about the appliance. It was the brand new Foxy is old appliance. Huh. Okay. Let's see here. No, here, heel. Come here, heel. Sit. No, sit. I'd be sitting here shooting doves. That's what I feel like, sitting in this chair with a dog like this. He's not a... No, back up, man. Back up. Sit. I caught him that time. Got to catch your dog. You got 1.3 seconds when they screw up. I caught you that time, didn't I, brother? They're harmless. These bird dogs are harmless. I still use Vax with bags. Fuck, I hated those things, man. I wish that they'd make a shop vac that was easier to deal with. It takes up too much space. Like, if it was taller, maybe. I don't know. I like a shop vac, I definitely do, but I don't like dragging it around. Those things use man, those are like 1,200 watts. No! No, back up. No, back up, heel. Get your ass at heel. Back up all the way, brother. No, come here, man. Sit. Thank you. My mom's old vac. It's wet and dry one. You could use bags or not, which I couldn't afford new bags. That's the great thing about the shop vac. You don't need bags. No. I'm gonna go put this guy up. Hey, let's see. Let's see the putsy. No, sit, dude. No. Sit. Get your ass back here, heel brother. No, sit. I have a rainbow vacuum. It was an attachment for de-shedding dogs. I won't use it though because it isn't proper for it. I'd like to have a Floby right now. All right, I'm gonna go. Hey, get your ass. This dog's pissing me off. Sit. No. Back up, brother. Sit. Go get it. It's a good-looking dog, aren't you? A good-looking boy. I'm always calling him a her. I've been doing that. It's not. It's a boy dog. I'll see you guys.